So, the Star Cup of the N64 in Mario Kart Wii Deluxe, starting with WARIO Stadium, which is, in my knowledge, the only Mario Kart 64 track that has not been remade yet. So I thought this was the perfect moment to, as you can see, take Wario for a spin. Because really, it's been a while since I've actually emphasized on this character. Well, actually, I've never actually emphasized on this character at all. And I will say, he is one of my favorite jibber jabbers. I can't understand why Mario Kart or Nintendo is waiting a long time, or maybe even considering not remaking this track because of how long and awkwardly long it is. It's not that big of a deal on this version, of course, because the length of this track got remeasured as it's supposed to be in a remake where there were complications with a track like this. But in normal circumstances, and that's something we are going to blatantly see in that version of the game, it's pretty long. Which is why this version of the track only has 2 laps. That's right, we've just done 1 lap and now we're already at the final one. So yeah, this is gonna go by pretty fast. But yeah, what I've been able to know and notice about this track in Mario Kart 64 itself is that it is really just even longer than 1 minute per lap. It's very awkward like that. But I feel like when it's 2 laps, the balance for this track is actually pretty perfect. But I also know that the Nintendo doesn't really have any way of actually getting that kind of mechanic work in Mario Kart 8. Which is a shame, because they did still have that mechanic in Double Dash. And they actually made use of it for a Wario style track. But yeah, unfortunately, it is just something that is not present in Mario Kart 8. Although it wasn't really present in Mario Kart Wii. But just modders got a way of actually working along with that. So yeah, anyway. That's it for WARIO Stadium. Take a good look at it, because we're not going to see this for a very long time. Also, this is the only version of this track that we have here, along with the actual Nintendo 64 version, of course. But that's something I'm going to cover in the Let's Play of Mario Kart 64. If you guys want to see that, by the way, there's a different playlist for that. Be sure to check it out. It's very fun. And the next track, wow, I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised that we're having the night version of this, because, well, this is a track from Mario Kart Wii, basically. Or it's been in Mario Kart Wii, so the normal version of this is very likely going to be very similar looking to what I normally play here. But at least we have a night aesthetic here, which is nice. And also a musical change, which is also nice, because it is a soundtrack that we have already heard before through Frappy Snowland. Along with the Mario Raceway soundtrack. Which, by the way, we're gonna hear even more of later on. So, I hope you guys are gonna be excited for that soundtrack. I will personally say it is really just a personal thing. I'm guessing there will be a lot of people being a fan of Sherbet Land, but it feels a little bit too repetitive to me. I mean, it's not really going to feel like that in Mario Kart Wii itself, of course, because it's the only ice track we have in this game. But we've already had a winter-style track in Mario Kart 64 through Frappy Snowland, and in my opinion, that's just a much... Yeah, I don't know. I just prefer Frappy Snowland over Sherbet Land, but that's just, again, my opinion about it, I think. I think you're not really much to blame if you actually prefer Sherbet Land over Frappy Snowland. It's just a personal thing. Oh my god, items. Yeah, I've been pretty tame with this playthrough so far, by the way. Which I don't mind after the trouble I've been through with Mario Kart 64. I'm already, I feel like, looking very much forward to the Star Cup episode for Mario Kart 64 itself, along with... Oh god, did I just get tricked by, I believe, my own fake item box? Likely, because I know the AI doesn't really do that very often. Well, that's awkward. I guess we're gonna have to try hard a little bit more then on the next few tracks, but I guess we're gonna be fine with that anyway. Whatever. Holy shit, that looks amazing. I've actually had the original counterpart of this when I actually played it, and I was pretty... I mean, standard looking and normal, which I was happy with, but this looks so much better. Okay, it is kind of a little bit pixelated though. I won't sugarcoat that, but things that are not pixelated, like the sprites, like this, look at this, man. I mean, it's obviously missing the flair a little bit because of that just being an advanced graphical thing that only Mario Kart 8 sees to have, but for what it's been able to do, it's pretty good looking. Wow, the cherry blossoms and everything. This is obviously themed around Peach, by the way, in case you guys couldn't tell. But, wow. Wow! Okay, this is nicely done. Oh, I like this. Not so much that we cannot access the castle part, but it's done, it's fixed pretty nicely, I would like to say. Yeah, I like what they've done here. Also, Wario seems to be pretty balanceable with the drifting, I would like to say. I really like that. I probably should use a little bit more heavyweight characters when it comes to that, because this feels really nice to actually drift with. It could also be the actual tracks that are just poggers. Yeah, to me right now, this feels pretty cool. I love this ramp part, man. Like, I would say that is the only real, like, I know it's supposed to be exciting, but in my opinion, it's kind of a bland, boring part about this track otherwise. Like, if you've played or seen it once or twice, then really, it's the same every single time. And it's kind of a bland, like, straight. And here, they solved that pretty nicely. Also, with the fact that there are no gliders here, so they had to, like, innovate on that in some kind of way, and that's done very nicely. Sadly, don't really get to test out that ramp, but that is what it is. It's so HD looking, man. For a game that's like from back in 2008, the amount of things and assets that are so HD looking that they actually managed to get into it is so mind-boggling, man. It does make me excited that if there will be a package like this for Mario Kart 8 one day, I would love to play it for this channel and actually like play it extremely thoroughly. I believe there is some kind of CTGP like package in the making right now, but it's not really showing any progress right now, which is a shame. So if that maker is watching this, please work on it because it looks amazing. And now we're on to, wow. Oh, I love this texture. A dark version of Bowser's Castle from the N64. That is amazing. I'm already gonna fall in love with this track, I can tell you that much. The skybox has changed. This is also one of my favorite retro tracks in Mario Kart Wii. Hands down. Ooh, nice musical choice as well. The fire, the thwomps, everything. And this is just a track that really deserves a good texture, retexture like this. If I can actually show how good it can be if you actually are getting into it. It's like this track is just so nicely technical that it just ages really well in this game if you actually manage to be technical about it. Oh my god, there's so much happening here, god damn it. I kind of really just hope that I can show off how nice this track can flow. What is going on? So much happening here. Also, I like how normally that's lava. It seems to be water now. It's a nice touch on the castle being dark themed. Kind of have some theming from Double Dash going if you, when you really look at it that way. Oh my lord. Well, I somewhat got that down pretty technical and fun, and then literally both a shock and a blue shell ruined it. I swear I did not put this game on frantic items or something like that. Might be fun to actually do that. I believe in the USA that's actually called aggressive items, which kind of already explains what that would do. But I've been thinking about actually since we're gonna have to do this on versus races anyway, I might actually swap around some of the item balances that are in there. Currently, for all the Grand Prix we've done so far on balance, there are also options to turn items off completely, make it all a bit more aggressive, or make the item pool strategic where there are only items that can really be used in a skill-based manner. So like blue shells and stuff are completely removed, which eliminates the annoying RNG part about Mario Kart. But at the same time, it's not really being much of Mario Kart at that point. So currently it's just unbalanced. But if you guys want to see like another like way of actually playing this, I would happily do that. Just leave down in the comments. And that's it for Bowser's Castle. That basically means we're done with the Star Cup right now. However, we still have 3 other versions to cover. So I'll be right back and actually get to the second version that we're gonna have to do that with. And here we go. This is the original version about it. It might look a little bit different, by the way. Just keep that in mind because like normally it might not be this HD still, but it's also still the case that I still have my HD pack installed. So if this is gonna look different if you actually end up installing this yourself, do not be annoyed if it actually doesn't look like this. But I guess now you know. I like the musical change again with this. It's really nice to actually have those changes around. I've also noticed that was also the case for Royal Raceway just a moment ago, and for Wario Stadium. It's really a nice addition. I really kind of hope that what would end up happening with all the DLC for Wave 5 and 6, if they would end up like going for tracks that are gonna have repeated soundtracks right now, then they would like change things up with like different instruments and stuff like this. Because so far, what I've been able to notice, with the exception of only one instance, which is being Wario Stadium and Waluigi Pinball, all the other tracks so far that have been remade in Mario Kart so far have been specifically chosen to be for the sake of, I guess, having different soundtrack. Like, every single track that we've been given, again, except for Waluigi Pinball, with the booster course pass and with the actual like normal DLC, have been tracks with soundtracks that have not been in the game before. So I'm basing what we can possibly get from the remaining two DLCs from that possibility. Although again, that theory is kind of a little bit AWOL right now because Waluigi Pinball. But yeah, and even then still, like, I don't think that Nintendo would like to actually do that too often. And also, I did still notice that they subtly changed the instruments that were used for the soundtrack. They actually completely redid the whole Wario Stadium soundtrack for Waluigi Pinball. Could very well be that if they were to do that, they will still change that, which is a nice change. It's kind of the same with Mario Kart Stadium and Mario Circuit, when I think about it. They did the same thing there. It's the same soundtrack, essentially, but they still changed how it was played. And that was for the better. And we're on a lucky streak right now. Let's go. This is the original version of Royal Raceway. And I feel like, you know what? Since we cannot really, like, go for perfect score anymore, let's actually, just for shits and giggles, because it seems like we can actually access the castle. Let's look around there a little bit and have some exploration, even though, oh god. Well, the AI is at least not allowing me to actually win this anymore, because look at how far away they are from me just from the bad boost. Might as well actually try and go for, god damn it, for exploration at this point. That's also something I really like about Mario Kart, is that some maps, with some I mean most of them, like, they tend to be, like, a lot of tracks have a lot of subtle details around them that if you would like not just play them normally, you would not see all of the track. And I feel like Royal Raceway is actually a prime example of that. Like, look at this. We can actually just leave the track and then we're literally over here, which is almost a one-on-one replication of the actual Mario Kart 64 environment. Or in this case, I would say it looks very much like how they recreated it in Super Mario Galaxy, which is pretty nice. That was almost a free bullet bill. And, well, it wouldn't be the first time that I actually missed on that. So let's actually just try and keep on racing. And perhaps we would get another bullet bill with how far behind we are. Of course not. Why would we get the help that we actually need to actually win this race? Watch me actually still win this race. That would be hilarious. Am I seriously getting mushrooms at this stage? I guess this means this game at least got a whole lot spicier. Can I please get an item? I will say the item spread, except for I guess this part of the track so far, has been pretty nice. Oh my god, I'm playing very... What the fuck was that? That was a pretty awkward angle combined with... Come on. Okay, thank you. At least because we got last, the shock didn't last very long. Okay, is there a bullet bill here still? No, someone grabbed it. Can I stop getting shrooms? Like, they're somewhat useful and all, but thank you. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Please get an item. Thank you. Now, allow me to not cancel on an awkward corner like that. That is disgusting. Okay, well, we're back with the pack again, at least. Okay, I'll just take this corner normally. Getting back into it. Still don't really get to use Slipstream here, but okay. Give me an item. Thank you. Oh my god. If I actually win this, this is unreal. Ah, damn it! If I actually hit that, I would have won that. That is disgusting. But also, Baby Mario didn't really get a lot of points in the last race either, so we're almost back on first. This is still everyone's competition. Holy shit. If, of course, we're actually getting the correct Bowser's Castle version right now. And we do! Okay. Okay. And we're gonna go for this. And it's actually the GOAT original Bowser's Castle like this. And again, because of the whole texture pack I've installed, the skybox is a little bit interesting. But normally, if you would install this, it would be the normal skybox. But it will make for some interesting environment for this game. Wow. Okay, well, we're gonna have to try our best then. I'm pretty sure we will be able to. Like I said, this is one of my favorite retro tracks of all time, solely because of how technical it can be. Like, the corners are almost like intended to be the way they are. I'm not really sure if that actually also implements like that in Mario Kart 64, but I guess we're gonna find out in that version of the game. But over here, it just flows so nicely. Even with normal karts like this. It's just so well crafted for Mario Kart Wii. It's like the way your kart drifts along with the walls and everything. Ah! I just wish no items would interfere with it, honestly. Oh, bullet bill. Let's go. Well, I guess we can get a good roll going now with this track if no items would interfere. I'm just gonna stare at you right now, video game. I had to brake there. Bro, I know I'm playing Mario Kart Wii, but I feel like even for Mario Kart Wii standards, the item chaoticness is just being stupid. Being absolutely stupid. Like, did the game have to make up, but how? Okay, how many shocks have we had in this playthrough? I swear to God, man, I'm gonna count them in the video now. Because this is abnormal. It's fucking stupid. Oh my goodness. Well, I hope you guys at least enjoyed this video, because that's basically the end already. And we have hands down crushed the competition here. And yeah, if you like what you saw, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. If you want more, make sure to subscribe. And as always, I'll talk to you guys later.